This isn't a campaign. This isn't the RNC. I'm not out on the political campaign. I didn't get none of that 1.5.
Does Nelly come back to St. Louis and visit?
Come on, man. He always say Louis, but only at the casino. That's where he lose all his money at. And then he go down on the dub and get his coat.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the fuck one of you.
So, Nelly is trending again, and not for the reasons he'd like. The rapper ended up at the center of a hot debate after he performed at Donald Trump's Liberty event. Honestly, no one saw that coming, especially since Nelly had refused to accept Trump as his president in the past. But there he was, on the stage for Trump. Now, a lot of fans were wondering why he would make such a move, and that's when DL Hughley stepped into the picture with answers. According to him, it all comes down to money. DL also revealed that Nelly's finances are in the gutter and that he owes Trump $1 million, which is why the rapper didn't hesitate to take the stage. Just what happened? What did DL say? Are Nelly's finances really that bad? And did he really switch sides because of a paycheck? Let's find out.
Nelly, congratulations for that 1.5 million you got for that show.
So, Nelly performed along with country singer Jason Aldean and the Village People at the Liberty inaugural ball for Trump on January 20th, 2025, one of 3 official balls marking Trump's return to office. Other artists took the stage as well, including Carrie Underwood, Gavin DeGraw, and Billy Ray Cyrus. While all of them got dragged big time, Nelly, in particular, had fans expecting better from him as a black artist. They pointed out how the performance was right on Martin Luther King Jr. Day and how Trump and his supporters had made a series of racist remarks about Black and Latino people, as well as immigrants, during the presidential campaign. So of course, everyone was rightfully mad. One person commented, "Maybe he thinks he'll have an in with the MAGAs now. Bro, you cheap entertainment." Meanwhile, another person commented, "They made a fool of you. You let us down. Your platform was literally everything, now it's nothing." And for MAGA, well, fans weren't the only ones mad. DL Hughley had some words for the rapper as well. The comedian took to Instagram to express his thoughts, writing, "Woo, that's what we doing." Trump propping up white supremacy isn't just in his past, Nelly. It's who he still is today. This man called Daniel Penny a hero. He still stands behind his opinion of the exonerated 5. Haitian people eating the dogs. They're eating the pets. That was months ago, and he doubled down on it. Multiple people on his staff said he uses the N-word. Come on, bro. Sometimes it's better to say nothing. DL took shots at Snoop Dogg as well, posting one of his own videos from the past where he asked, what kind of self-respecting black artist would perform for Trump?
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo niggas gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the fuck one of you Uncle Tom for doing it. Which one of you gonna do it first? I'll be the one that performs for himself.
And Hughley didn't stop there. He roasted Snoop and Nelly some more in the caption, writing, "For those who keep asking, he performed last night, so he's not going to pull a stunt on stage and say something bad about Trump. This is done. I'm sure he's been paid, he's got his money, and he's walked away. And if you don't believe this is true, just Google Snoop Dogg performing for Trump. It's literally that easy." There are 2 images in my stories of him performing last night. This was in 2016, and it just makes me sad. What is that orange vat of grease promising these artists? And it's not like just the left is mad at Snoop, Nelly, Rick Ross, Soulja Boy. MAGA is mad at him for performing as well. This is the most bipartisan stuff I've ever seen. If we could get this much community together to fight for sensible legislation and to pizza off the internet, imagine how strong we'd be. However, DL still had some more steam to let off. He posted another image on his IG which read, "Sue no Waka Flocka, no Kodak Black, no Lil Pump. None of them show him the genuine boss. Ninja's gotta perform, I'll tell you why. FYI, all those artists have also aligned themselves with the Trump administration." DL then went on to continue his thoughts in the caption, writing, "You want to know why? No Waka Flocka, no Kodak Black, no Lil Pump? 1, because they already serve their purpose and they don't move the needle. It wouldn't make waves for them to perform because they've been sold out. 2. They want someone that won't scare the white folks. How many black folks did you see in that audience? There's a reason why some of us were in the house while most of us were in the fields. 3rd, power. It says something when you can make a man who spoke out against anyone willing to perform for you, go against his own words, and put on a show for you. One of his biggest flexes ever. I guess the price was right. Now, DL made a lot of points, but a lot of fans noticed that he kept bringing up the money, and that's led to some interesting speculations online. See, Nelly hasn't exactly been doing well in the financial department. Sure, Nelly was all the rage a couple of years ago. He has 4 #1 singles and 3 #1 albums, including his debut Country Grammar, which has since gone diamond in the United States under his belt. What's more, according to the RIAA, Nelly has sold a total of 21 million albums, making him the 4th most successful rapper in American history. But he kind of fell off the scene by not releasing any music for 8 years. He had a comeback in 2021, but the album Heartland wasn't exactly a raging success. It peaked at number 45 on the US Billboard 200. And the result? Well, the IRS came knocking on the rapper's door a couple of years ago. They had him on the hook for $2.4 million, to be specific. The authorities slapped him with a $2,422,183 federal tax lien. For those of you who don't know, a lien just makes sure that if you have any earnings, they go toward your debt. But seizures can also be on the table. Bank accounts, stocks, or tangible property can be seized and sold if you have a delinquent tax debt over $50,000. The IRS can even ask the State Department to revoke your passport. And yes, debt like this doesn't pile up overnight. It proves that Nelly was careless with his money for years. Some folks think Nelly ended up in this mess because of his gambling problem. 607 hinted at it during a recent interview. And no, he wasn't messing around when he said all that. Nelly does have a gambling problem. In fact, he participated in the 2007 World Series of Poker main event. He was also a regular on the PokerStars European Poker Tour circuit.
An interview.
Does Nelly come back to St. Louis and visit?
Come on, gang. He always say lose, but only at the casino. That's where he lose all his money at. And then he go down there on the dub and get his right, and he go over there on Shreve and get his perks, and then he go down there and get his exit. He be at all the dope spots just getting and shit. Well, not so but he always get it on credit. Like he still don't get no money for that. Okay, everything he get off his love, off cause he Nelly. That's what I'm up on. No, he up yet. That's what I'm. But he need to give me my 50 million. That's what I'm on. You saw he get caught with the XC, so you know I ain't cap. You saw that. Yeah, he go in St. Louis, get his little drugs, and go there and lose all his money to the casino. Right? That was my 50 million at. My 50 million down in that casino. Stop playing on me. Stop playing on me. Down, baby. Stop playing.
So Nelly spends all his money. Spent all his money. How are you going to get your money from him if he's broke?
Casino. I want the Masters game. You don't get it. It ain't about the money. I want the Masters. I want what's mine. See, he ain't gonna be able to pay me. His card gonna decline. And when his card decline, the Masters is mine. Stop playing with me. That's what I want the house. I want everything. I want Ashanti, gang. Ashanti look good on me. Stop playing with me. How you think Ashanti and his son will look on me?
And no, he isn't exactly the best player, since according to one source, back in the day, Nelly had only cashed out $5,153 despite playing for years. So, of course, that's how he ended up in trouble with the IRS. To make things worse, the state of Missouri was also on Nelly's case for a debt of $150,000. Fortunately for Nelly, when fans learned about the rapper's financial issues, they were ready to step in to help. They planned to stream his hit single Hot in Here multiple times, but The Guardian calculated that fans would need to play Nelly's song between 280 million to 43 million times to settle his debt. Of course, that wasn't possible. So, in 2013, Nelly took matters into his own hands. Nelly sold off part of his catalog for $50 million. According to reports, the rapper sold the rights to the private equity firm Harborview Equity Partners. Sure, there are a lot of artists like Paul McCartney and Bob Dylan who made the same move, but in Nelly's case, fans thought it was a clear sign that his financial situation hadn't improved. According to several sources, Nelly went from having $40 million in his bank account to a measly $8 million. So, of course, he'd be trying to work overtime to make ends meet. Not to mention that Nelly got arrested for substance possession while celebrating a $50,000 slot win celebration at a machine in a Missouri casino this year. Luckily, he avoided any jail time, but fans were more shocked by Nelly trying to get lucky at a casino. And get this, he's a regular member. So, what does all this mean? Well, some fans think that the real reason Nelly agreed to perform for Trump is because he's drowning in debt. One person even pointed it out on X, writing, "Nelly got a massive gambling problem and needed a huge bag immediately." Meanwhile, another person wrote, "A few years ago, Nelly was going bankrupt and asked people to download his old music so he wouldn't go broke. Now he's going to be relevant again because MAGA loves to support people who will simply respect America, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that." Of course, DL disagrees with that. He thinks that it's despicable Nelly would stoop that low for some cash. However, Nelly shut down the entire argument once the backlash got out of hand. He clarified his stance during an episode of the Willie D Live podcast, saying that his performance had nothing to do with money. And that's not all. He also defended Trump against the white supremacist allegations. Interview. Mind you, that's a lot different from what Nelly had to say about Trump back in 2017. He told Page 6, "You know, the thing about Donald Trump is that I like Donald Trump. I did. I just don't like Donald Trump as my president. Dude is a trip. Pre-residency, I was cool with the Donald, loved his hotels. I'm more or less mad at him because I can't stay at his hotel now. You done messed that up?" So, what changed along the way? Well, as far as DL's concerned, Nelly's financial situation and his desperation for money. That said, Trick Daddy also stepped into the conversation after the internet's outburst. He was trying to defend Nelly by pointing out how his performance had nothing to do with politics but money. He said, "A lot of people is upset about artists performing at the inauguration. And you know me, I have an unpopular opinion about that. First of all, Nelly, congratulations on that $1.5 million you got for that show. I wish they'd give me $1.5 million. It's not nothing personal when it's your business. If my worst enemy booked me to do a concert, I'm going to do that concert. If he booked me in a territory where I was beefing, I'm going to do that concert. However,